Hi, this is John from Michigan Automotive Inspection Services, hired to do a mileage authentication and pre-purchase inspection on this 1996 Corvette Collector's Edition, soon to be presented on Bring a Trailer by GR Auto Gallery. I'm going to do an engine area tour under the hood and talk about what we find under here. Hit the basics first. Engine oil is at the proper level and frankly looks brand new. Power steering fluid is at the proper level. The brake fluid is full in the master. It is definitely on the dark side. Would not be surprised if that's original. The clutch fluid also is full, but is also dark, and again would not be surprised if it's original. Coolant was tested and was found to be protecting I think around the 30 or 35 below mark. I can't remember for sure, but it will be in the photographs included with the report. The engine, we'll get the VIN stamping when I'm underneath the car, but up front, on the front pad, we've got a V0129 ZXD. And I believe we got a photograph of that too, but there you can see the suffix. Obviously that's for the LT4. 0129 is going to be the assembly date, and that's going to be obviously 1996. This was a February built car, and based on some of the other dates I'm seeing under the hood, I've got to imagine it's probably a mid, maybe a little bit later February car, but anyway, a January 29th motor would be perfectly in keeping with that, and I'm sure we're going to find the VIN stamping once we're underneath the car. So look for that later on. Pretty much an untouched example under the hood. I don't really see any notable wear parts that have been replaced. Quick second, adjust my light here. Everything on down to the air filter. The air filter is an original. It's not a replacement. It's Delco marked with a 6A30 date code. That's going to be January 30th, 1996. There it is. And as you can see, it's clean. All of the heater hoses are original. You can see the date codes here. We're at 1996, January 17th, 1996, right there. The coolant expansion tank is the 96th day of 1996 according to the Julian code on the tank. Heater blower motor, same thing, February 8th, 1996. Again, there's going to be lots of original and date correct parts. The condenser, February 6th, 96. The primary radiator hoses are obviously original as well, with original GM part numbers on them. Actually, and there's my date code. January 5th, 1996, embossed into the hose. Water pump, same thing, 013096. You can see the ink etching on top of the water pump. So again, looking at lots and lots of original parts, original plug wires. You can even see there's still some clean paint on the valve springs as well. Just lots and lots of indicators of extremely low original miles. Headlights matching. They're Wagner halogen units. One side is not different than the other. Coolant in both the expansion tank and the overflow, or the overflow down here, looks nice and clean. Obviously original suspension bushings throughout. On the original tires, obviously, I recorded the date codes. They'll be in the report, but I want to say they were yeah, 4th week of 96, at least this one. But again, you can see they're pretty dry rotted, as one would expect. But the inner splash panels are super clean. There's not really any stone rash to speak of. Same thing with the coves under hood. Super clean. Both inner fender panels are original. January 26, 1996 date code on this sticker, and there's a February sticker on the other side. Here around the door hinges, there's no broken paint, no evidence of any kind of weird disruption on either side of the vehicle. No evidence that anything's really been messed with. Underhood lights are working. The battery was almost able to kick it over earlier, but I do have it on a charger right now just to give her a little more juice before we fire it up. Again, these inner wheel wells are nice and clean. Oh, right here. 212.96 on this piece. The corner marker light has a January 8th 96 date code on it. There's zero evidence of any kind of disruption up front. All the visible wiring in the engine area is in excellent condition. I didn't see any evidence of any kind of rodent damage. I am going to pop those engine covers off and take a look at the injector rails. But by and large, everything looks good. Again, all original suspension components on this side. I don't know about the belt. The belt's in nice shape. May have been changed. I don't have any kind of manufacturer markings visible right now, but that'll probably change once it's fired up. And again, this upper radiator hose is original with original clamps. All of the air injection pump hoses are original as well, dated January 18th, 1996 on this one down here, but none of them have ever been changed. Original wiper motor, 2696 is the date on that. Original power brake booster, that's an older part, April 12th, 1995. So that one sat on the shelf for a little while. I got to slide the computer back into place. I moved it to access the clutch master. Battery was new in November of 22. Both these side panels are original pieces. They are not any kind of reproductions based on the markings that I'm observing inside. And again, no disruption, no broken paint, grab marks, or anything like that. Everything looks normal around the door hinges. And again, you can see all the visible wirings in very nice shape. So a really nicely preserved example that doesn't speak to any kind of anything outside of what's showing on the odometer. There's a little surface corrosion present on a couple components, as you can see here and there. The exhaust manifolds have some surface corrosion on them. But nothing that would indicate we're looking at anything other than the miles indicated. So, all right, we'll put everything back together here and join you on camera in a minute. Thanks.